If you fail to do this one step before setting out on your journey, you're likely never going to get there, or you're going to have a very difficult time trying to reach your goal. As equally as it is important to set your destination in your GPS before you go out on a road trip, you must do this little exercise before you embark on your journey towards your goal, dream, or desire. So whether you're looking to lose a lot of weight, whether you're looking to make a lot of money, whether you want to build your career or business, this step is crucially important. It's really easy to do, but most people who do not reach their goal, dream, or desire don't effectively do this one step actually. And so they never get there. So what is this step? We have to get a clear vision as to who we are going to become. In other words, we have to get a clear vision as to where we are going exactly. Some people have an idea of who they want to become or where they want to go. In other words, some people want to lose weight or some people want to make more money, but we need to know exactly what that looks like. In other words, we need to know exactly how much weight you want to lose, actually. We need to know exactly how much more money you want to make, because otherwise it's so unclear that we won't know what to do to get there. It's that simple. It's just like you want to get to Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, right? To ride the rides. We just went there this summer. But instead of putting in Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, you put in Pennsylvania. It's so broad, so generic, and you put in Pennsylvania expecting to get to Hershey Park, but lo and behold, you set out on your journey and you drive to Pennsylvania, and as soon as you reach the border, the GPS shuts off. And hey, we got here. Oh, we lost a little bit of weight. Oh, we made a little bit of money. Really, the idea behind this is so powerful that it actually will make or break your success in reaching your goal, because it is setting your North Star in the exact direction as to where you're going. And without that North Star set, everything you do is going to be a challenge if you're pointed in the wrong direction. But the opposite is also true, and it's exponentially more beneficial, is once you set your North Star, now everything in your life changes and shifts in relation to it. In other words, let's just say you want to lose weight. And so let's just say it'd be nice to lose 10, 20 pounds. Well, if you really want to lose 100 pounds, let's say, you need to set your North Star to 100 pounds, actually. You can set it to losing 10, 20, 30 pounds if you want to. But if your ultimate goal and your ultimate vision is to lose 100 pounds, we really want to start connecting to that idea right away, actually. Because the closer you can visualize that, the more your body and the cells of your body will align. And you are like the commander of an army, and your cells are the army. So whatever vision you hold and whatever North Star you've set for yourself, your cells are going to go after creating that in your life, actually. Every food you eat is going to be contributing to the creation of that version of yourself. Every exercise you do is going to be in relation to creating that version of yourself. In fact, the energy from every calorie you consume is now going to be focused in the direction of creating that version of yourself. Here's what's very powerful to understand. If you don't set this vision for yourself of who you're actually becoming, then your body doesn't know, your cells don't know, and they just simply recreate the version of yourself that you're holding in your mind's eye. We have two self-images here. The one we physically see in the mirror, and then the one we're talking about on this video here. In other words, the physical self-image and the mental self-image. Well, what's interesting about this is if we do not clearly define the mental self-image that we have for ourselves and define it and accept it, that is going to be our version of ourselves, then by default, your mind just simply accepts the physical version that you see. So we want to start beginning to mentally rehearse what exactly it looks like to be the version that we're transforming into. When you do this and set it accordingly, it's like you're setting a thermostat for your life. And now that is the new thermostat. That's the new North Star where everything else shifts in your life. It automatically creates motivation in your body and being here each day, because now everything you do is in relation to getting there now. Do you understand the power of this? This idea came from a book called Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. I want to share a very interesting idea from it. He was actually a plastic surgeon, and he would help people just like modify their physical body. So if there was some part of the body that somebody wanted changed, they'd go to him and he would actually fix it for them. Whether it was like their nose or some type of disfigurement on their face or something on their body they didn't like, he would correct it for them. Well, the interesting thing that he discovered is even after people had plastic surgery, they still saw themselves having the same thing on their body, actually. In other words, the mental picture they had of themselves was ingrained as to who they were. It became their actual identity. So even though he corrected it physically, they still saw themselves as that version. So it wasn't until they changed that mental version of themselves, regardless of what they look like physically, it wasn't until that happened when things started changing for that person and in their life. So the same principle holds true here. It's not until you accept that new version of yourself and that vision of yourself, until you accept that nothing will significantly change and you won't be taking significant action towards it. So this video is incredibly powerful and crucially important to you reaching your goal, dream, or desire here. So what we're going to do is a very quick and easy exercise. All you do is you ask yourself, what does that version of me actually look like? And how does it feel? How does it feel to be that version? So let's just say you do want to lose 100 pounds. How does it feel to be the version of yourself who has already lost 100 pounds? What would that actually look like in your life? How would that actually feel? What size clothing would you be wearing? How would you be walking around? What type of confidence would you now have? What would the scale actually say when you look down at it? So take a first person point of view. I always like to use the analogy of Jingle All the Way, the Christmas movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he becomes Turbo Man and he's looking down at his body towards the end and he's actually Turbo Man. I always think of that in my mind whenever I'm doing this type of exercise, but it's like, hey, no, I'm looking down at my body now and it's 100 pounds lighter. What exactly does that look like and feel like now? What would be different between right now in my life and that version of me? And now what you're going to do is you're going to mentally rehearse this for a few minutes every day, and preferably in the morning, as soon as you wake up and right before you go to bed, because the image you have of yourself before you fall asleep is the image the cells of your body are going to work at night to create, actually. And so most people are not doing this work. And so most people just recreate the same body they currently have. The self-image you have of yourself as you drift off to sleep, the image you accept in your mind's eye as being you before you fall asleep, is the image your cells of your body go to work throughout the entire night to create. In other words, all the energy from the food you ate throughout the day is going to be contributed to building that version of your body. How awesome is this idea? And then the version of you fall asleep as is the same version of you wake up as. And now you are starting the day from that version of yourself. So when you begin to do this for a few days, a few weeks, right, over a month is all you need to do this work for. You are going to start to accept that version of yourself, the one that's in your mind's eye, the mental self-image of yourself, as who you truly are, actually. Now your thermostat is set. And now every day you're going to show up with this newfound motivation, because it's essentially the same idea as you setting your thermostat in your home. Let's just say you open up all the windows in your home and it's the middle of winter. So right now it's 70 degrees in your home. You open up all the windows and it drops to 50. What does your furnace do immediately? It cranks the heat to get it back up to 70 degrees as quickly as possible. And it'll just keep relentlessly putting out heat until it reaches 70, even if the windows remain open. Well, the same is true. Your body's going to want to get you there as quickly as possible once you fully accept this idea and your new self-image. So I hope you really understand the power of this video. Make sure you do this before you set out on your journey. Whether you want to lose weight, make money, or build a business, or anything else significantly large you want to do, or any other goal, dream, or desire you might have and you're going after, make sure you do this, because this literally is how you set your North Star. And now it's 10 times easier, maybe even 50 times easier getting yourself there once that's set, because now everything is in relation to it. So I hope this was incredibly valuable. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I love reading those. And I really do. I hope this serves you amazingly well. Once you do this effectively for yourself, now the question is, are you showing up as that version of yourself every day or as your old version? And now you get to check in all throughout the day. And the more you can course correct to show up as that version of yourself, the faster you're going to get there. Okay. So with that, I hope this was incredibly valuable for you, and I'll see you in the next video.